Welcome to this week's All Israel Prayer Points. I'm Kayla Sprague, next to the Hostage Family Forum headquarters here in Jerusalem. This week marks the beginning of what can truly be a miraculous moment, one that many feared we might never see. Israel and Hamas have officially signed a hostage deal, a ceasefire, and the first stage of what could be the end to this long and painful war. In the early hours of Thursday morning, US President Donald Trump announced this agreement, declaring, "Blessed are the peacemakers." Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called it a great day for Israel, thanking God and those who worked tirelessly for this outcome. If all goes according to plan, the remaining living hostages and the bodies of those who did not survive in captivity could begin returning home within the next few days. Across Israel, there's this cautious hope, a collective sigh of relief, mixed with the tears of joy and grief. Families are preparing for the long-awaited reunions, like Talia, Gal and Ziv's mother, who has been waiting 735 long days to hug her sons again. At the same time, others brace to receive the remains of their loved ones and continue the grieving process. Our hearts are with them. And in Gaza, civilians and children have been pouring into the streets, celebrating what they pray will be the beginning of normal life once again, the end to fear, hunger, and war. As people throughout the region hold their breath, praying that this fragile peace will hold, let's cover this moment in prayer. First, let's pray for the hostages and their families. Isaiah 61 says, "To all who mourn in Zion, give them a crown of beauty for ashes, joy instead of mourning, and praise instead of despair." Let's pray for those who will soon be reunited, the joy that will overflow after long nights of anguish, and those preparing to grieve as their loved ones are brought home in sorrow. May God comfort them deeply and surround them with his peace. Second, let's pray for the people of Gaza. Psalm 46 declares, "He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear." Let's pray for the children and the families in Gaza, longing for safety and stability, that violence will truly end, and that righteous and trustworthy leaders would rise up, ones who choose peace over power, truth over propaganda, and life over hatred. Let's pray for Israel and the nations, and for God to dwell among his people. Nehemiah 8:17 says, "All the assembly of those who had returned from captivity made booths and rejoiced greatly." How fitting that this breakthrough comes during Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, the season when Israel and the Jewish people remember how God's presence dwelled among his people in the wilderness. Just as our forefathers celebrated God's faithfulness after captivity, let's pray that this moment marks a new season of restoration and peace. May God continue to lead the leaders of Israel and the leaders of every nation involved with divine wisdom, humility, and courage. May his presence dwell richly among his people once again as he rebuilds what has been broken. This is a week of both relief and reverence, a time to thank God for his mercy while continuing to pray for his perfect peace to take root in Israel, Gaza, and across the Middle East. Please subscribe to our channel and visit allisraelnews.com for continual coverage from on the ground in Israel.